Practice set 2.1. The question is write the following rational numbers in P upon Q form. In the previous example, we have given the number in P upon Q form and we write it into the decimal form. Now here exactly opposite, we have given the number in decimal form. We have given the number in decimal form, that is non-terminating recurring decimal form, and we have to convert it into P upon Q form. So how to convert a number decimal form into the P upon Q form, that we have to study here. Actually that is the main concept before practice set 2.1, but we didn't study this concept there, since we have to study that concept through the example. So here the first example we have, we'll write that example here. We have given the number 0. recurring 6. Now into the first step, what we have to do? We have to represent this number using a variable. We have to represent this number using a variable. So here we can write let x is equal to 0. recurring 6. You can use any variable. From A to Z, any variable you can represent here. We use x here. Let x is equal to the given number, that is 0. recurring 6. This is very important. Into the first step, we have to represent the given decimal form by using any variable, and here we represent it by using the x variable. Now here this is x is equal to 0. recurring 6. Now here x is equal to, we can write 0.66666 and so on. It is same as that of the 0. recurring 6. We can write this recurring 6 as 6666 and so on. There are infinite times 6 in this decimal form. So we write here 0. recurring 6. So we remove this recurring sign, and in place of recurring sign we actually write the digit, that is 6666 and so on. Now since here one digit is recurred, since here only one digit is gets recurred, so we have to multiply both the sides by 10. Why we have to multiply both the sides by 10? Since one digit is gets recurred. If two digit number is recurred, for example here we have 0. recurring 37. So here two digits gets recurred. So what we have to do? We have to multiply both the sides by 100. How many digits in recurred? 2 digits. So 2 zeros we have to put on 1. Here we have 1. Now here single digit is recurred, so we are multiplying both the sides by 10. In this example 2 digits gets recurred, so here we have to multiply both the sides by putting 2 zeros on 1, that is 100. If 3 digits gets recurred, here in this example 3 digits gets recurred, so we have to put 3 zeros on the 1, and here we have to multiply both the sides. In the example number 5 we have to multiply both the sides by 1000. So how we get that number? Whether we have to multiply both sides by 10, or whether we have to multiply both sides by 100, or whether we have to multiply both sides by 1000, it is depend upon how many digits gets recurred. Here one digit is recurred, so we have to multiply both the sides by 10. 2 digits gets recurred, so we have to multiply both the sides by 100, and here 3 digits gets recurred, so we have to multiply both the sides by 1000. That is very important. In the first step we have to represent the given decimal form by a unknown variable. Then into the second step, see we here this is not the second step, just we change the form. Here 0. recurring 6 we have, and we write 0.6666 and so on. Now in the second step we have to multiply both the sides by either 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000 or 1 lakh. It is depend upon how many digits gets recurred, and here only one digit is recurred, so we have to multiply both the sides by 10. So here we will write multiply both sides, multiply both sides by 10. That is not necessary to write directly, you can multiply, but we are writing there. Here x multiplied by 10, that is 10x is equal to If we multiply this number 0.66666 and so on by 10, the decimal sign we have to put here. Since we multiply that number by 10 and 10 is including 1 0, so we have to put the decimal sign after one digit. Now here it is present between 0 and 6. Now we have to put this decimal sign here, and the product is 6 point. Since this we multiply this number by 10, since this decimal sign is gets here in between 6 and 6. So our multiplication is, our product is 6.666 and so on. You can write it as 6 point recurring 6 also. You can write it as 6 point recurring 6 also. You can take the product on rough page, multiply this number by 10 and the product is 6 point recurring 6. Simply this digits gets one place forward. Since we multiply, it gets forward by how many digits? If we multiply it by 10, it is gets one digit forward. If we multiply it by 100, it will gets 2 digits forward, and if we multiply it by 1000, then it will gets 3 digits forward. So here the multiplication is 6.666 and so on. Now you can write this as 10x is equal to 6 point recurring 6. Since here we have 6 infinite times, since we have 6 here infinite times, you can write it as 6 point. Here only you can write 6 point recurring 6. But some students are not getting that part. If I directly write 6 point recurring 6, here they can easily get. This one digit forward, we have to put decimal sign there, forwarding one digit, and here we get 6.666 and so on, and now we write it as 6 point recurring 6. Now here the second step is gets completed. In the first step, represent the given decimal form by unknown variable. In the second step, multiply both the sides either by 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000. It is depend upon how many digits gets recurred. And now into the third step, what we have to do? We have to subtract x from both the sides. We have to subtract x. X means the given number. X means the given number. So here from the left side, we have to subtract x. And from the right side also we have to subtract x. But in place of x, we are writing this number 0 point recurring 6 here. We subtract the same number from LHS and RHS, and we can subtract. We can subtract the same number from both the sides, and here from 10x we subtract x, and from here also we subtract x. This is x, 0 point recurring 6. What is this? 0 point recurring 6 is nothing but that is x. So same number is subtracted from the LHS and the same number is subtracted from the RHS. Now take subtraction. Here 10x minus x is 9x. 10x minus x is 9x, and here the subtraction is 6 only. This is 6 point recurring 6. 6 point recurring 6. And this is 0 point recurring 6. This is 0 point recurring 6. Now take the subtraction. 6 minus 6, 0, 0, 0, and 6 minus 0 is 6. So our subtraction is 6 only. Recurring 6 minus recurring 6, that is 0. This decimal sign as it is, and 6 minus 0 is 6. So our subtraction is 6 only. 9x is equal to 6, and here we have x is equal to 6 upon 9. X is equal to 6 upon 9, and that is what we need, that is p upon q form. Here x is in the decimal form and here x is in the p upon q form, but here both the numerator and denominator are divisible by 3. Since we write the ratio into the simplest form, always the ratio is written into the simplest form. So here we have to divide both the numerator and denominator by 3, that is 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, and we have x is equals to 2 upon 3. What is x? That is 0 point recurring 6, and we convert it into p upon q form. So here we can write, remove this x, and in place of x write 0 point recurring 6. is equal to 2 upon 3. 0 point recurring 6 is equal to 2 upon 3. So this is all about how to convert the given decimal form into the P upon Q form, and here main 3 steps are there. In the first step, you have to represent the given decimal form by an unknown variable. In the second step, we have to multiply both the sides by either 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000 or 1 lakh or 10 lakh. It is depend upon how many digits gets recurred. And into the third step, we have to subtract x, the variable which we use here. If we use m, then we have to subtract m from both the sides. If we use variable k, then we have to subtract k from both the sides. Here we use x, so we have to subtract x from both the sides. Here we subtract x because x is there, x is included there, so we subtract x, but x is not here included, so we write value of x there. We write the constant value of x there, that is 0 point recurring 6, and we simplify it, and after simplification we get 0 point recurring 6 is equals to 2 upon 3. Now we will take the next example, that is 0 point recurring 37. Second example is 0 point recurring 37. In the first step, what we have to do, we have to represent that decimal form by using a variable. So here we have to write let x is equal to 0 point recurring 37, that is 37. Now what we have to do, we have to write this 0 point recurring 37 into the recurring form, that is 0 0.37, 37, 37 and so on. 0 0.37, 37, 37 and so on. Now into the second step, what we have to do, multiply both the sides by, since 2 digits gets recurred, multiply both the sides by 100. So here multiply both sides by 100. No need to write this statement, directly you can multiply. Since x into 100 is 100x is equal to, now if we multiply this number by 100, then the decimal sign is forwarding 2 digits later. Since we multiplied by 100 includes 2 zeros, since it is forwarded up to 2 places, and we put that decimal sign here, and we will get 37.37, 37, 37 and so on. Now you can write this as 37 point recurring 37. 100x is equal to 37 point recurring 37. And now third and last step, what we have to do in the third and last step, we have to subtract x from both the sides. So here we will write 100x minus x, it is equal to 37 point recurring 37 minus value of x, that is 0 point recurring 37. And what should be the subtraction? This is recurring 37 minus recurring 37 is 0. After decimal sign we have 0, so no need to write there, put the decimal sign and write 0 there. Just 37 minus 0, that is 37 only. The subtraction is 37 only. Since recurring 37 minus recurring 37, we are getting 0 after decimal sign, so we didn't put the decimal sign there. And here 37 minus 0 is 37. So here we get 99x is equals to 37, and x is equal to 37 divided by 99, which is the P upon Q form of the given decimal form. Now here again check whether 37 and 99 are divisible by any number. Since 37 is prime number, both are not divisible by any other number. So our answer is, remove this x and put 0 point recurring 37 there. In place of x, we write 0 point recurring 37. It is equal to 37 upon 99. So this is all about the second example. This is the answer of the second example from the third question. Now we will study the third example. Example number third. Actually it is not necessary to explain the answer, since we already explained if the 2 digits recur, then how to convert it into P upon Q form, and every time we have 3 steps. Into the first step we have to represent the given decimal form by using a unknown variable, that is x. Into the second step, we have to multiply both LHS and RHS by 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000. It is depend upon how many digits gets required. And into the third and last step, we have to subtract x from both the sides, and then this decimal form is gets converted into the P upon Q form. It is too easy. It is very easy. You can easily simplify third and fourth example also, and fifth also. Since their 3 digits are incurred, so we have to multiply both the side by 1000. It is too easy. Here we will take third example. In the first step, we have to represent the given decimal form by using a variable, that is x is equal to 3.17. X is equal to 3.17, and here we have to write this number as 3.171717 and so on. Since 17 gets required, we write 17 17 17 and so on. Now into the second step, we have to multiply both the sides by 100. Here we will write multiply both sides by 100. Multiply both the sides by 100. So here we will get 100x is equals to, here this decimal sign will be here between 7 and 1 after 2 digits, since we multiplied by 100, and 100 includes 2 zeros. So here the multiplication is 317 point recurring 17 is 317. Decimal sign is here, it is between 7 and 1, that is 317.171717 and so on. So directly you can write it as 317 point recurring 7, or simply you can write here 1717 and so on. Into the next step, we will write it as 317 point recurring 17. Now we have to subtract x from both the sides. So here 100x minus x is equal to 317 point recurring 17 minus value of x, that is 3 point recurring 17. Now take the subtraction. This is 99x is equals to, this is recurring 17 minus recurring 17, that should be 0. Now just we have to subtract 3 from 317. 317 minus 3 is 314.000. So transfer this 99 to the right side, you will get 314 divided by 99. And if it is possible to divide numerator and denominator by the same number, we have to divide it, since the ratio is always written into the simplest form. But here it is not possible to divide 314 and 99 by any number, since our final answer is, in place of x we will write 3 point recurring 17, it is equals to 314 upon 99. So this is all about the example number 3rd. Now example number 4. Here we have example number 4, that is 15 point recurring 89. Now into the first step, we have to represent the given decimal form by a unknown variable. So here we can write let x is equal to 15 point recurring 89. We can write it as 15.898989 and so on. Now multiply both the sides by 100. Why we have to multiply both the sides by 100? Since 2 digit number gets required, so we have to multiply by 100. So here we will get 100x. Directly you can write 100x is equal to 1589 point recurring 89. Multiply both sides by 100. Since 100x is equals to this decimal sign, we have to forward up to the 2 digit next. So here we will get 1589.898989 and so on. Now we have to subtract x from both the sides into the third step. So here we will get 100x minus x is equals to 1589.898989. We can represent it as recurring 89. Subtracted x from the LHS, so we have to subtract x from RHS also. Now here we have to put the value of x, not x, we have to put the value of x, that is 15.8 recurring 89. Now take the subtraction, 99x is equals to, this recurring 89 minus recurring 89 will be 0, and this is 1589 minus 15, 9 minus 5 is 4, 8 minus 1 is 7, and this 15 remains as it is. 1574 divided by 99. And if it is possible to divide both the numerator and denominator by any number, we can divide. We will check, this is divisible by 3. Is it divisible by 3? Check. 4 plus 7, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, 16 plus 1, 17. That is not divisible by 3. Now by 9, this is divisible by 9, but this is not divisible by 9. This is 4 plus 7, 11 plus 5, 16 plus 1, 17, and 17 is not divisible by 9. By using the divisibility test, we can easily understand whether it is divisible by 3 or 9, and since it is not divisible by any number, we can write the final answer as, in place of x we have to put 15 point recurring 89, that is equals to, this is 1574 upon 99. This is the final answer. This is all about example number 4. Now we have to take the last example, that is example number 5. Example number 5 from the third question. The question is, write the following rational numbers in P upon Q form. The given number is 2 point recurring 514, or you can simply read it as 2 point recurring 514. Now in the first step we have to represent that number by using a unknown variable. We will represent it by x. So x is equal to 2 point recurring 514. Now we can write it as 2.514, 514, 514 and so on. Now we have to multiply both the sides. Into the second step we have to multiply both the sides by 1000. Since 3 digits number gets recurred, we have to put 3 zeros on 1, so we will get 1000. We have to multiply both sides by 1000. It's multiply both sides by 1000. Multiply both sides by 1000. This is 1000 x is equals to, here if we multiply this number by 1000, this decimal sign gets forward up to the 3 digits, is 1, 2 and 3. Here we will get 2514. Here decimal sign will be there, and then 514, 514 and so on. You can simply write this number as 1000 x is equal to 2514 point recurring 514. Now we have to subtract x from both the sides into the last step, that is into the third step. We have 3 steps in all. In the first step we have to represent the number by using unknown variable. Into the second step we have to multiply both the sides either by 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000. And into the last step we have to subtract x from both the sides. So we will get 1000 x minus x. Directly you can write 999 x there, and here 2514 point recurring 514 minus value of x is 2 point recurring 514. Now take the subtraction, that is 999 x is equals to, says recurring 514 minus recurring 514 is 0, and 2514 minus 2 is 2512. So transfer this 999 to the right side, that is 2512 divided by 999. And here this is all about. Now here in place of x we have to put the value of x, that is 2 point recurring 514, that is equals to 2512 divided by 999. Once again check whether it is divisible by any number. Since 999 is divisible by 3 or 9, Here we have to check whether it is divisible by 3 or 9. 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 5 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, and 10 is not divisible by either 3 or 9. Since this number is the final answer, says 2 point recurring 514 is equals to 2512 divided by 999. So this is all about the example number 5 and practice set 2.1. Here we complete the practice set 2.1. Now we will study the next concepts into the next video lecture. Thank you.